well, cheers.
Whew.
Hey everyone, I'm Steph, behind the camera's Chris, and we're hungry to travel. During our time here in Turkey, we've seen a lot of people out and about for dinner, eating meze, and drinking this white, cloudy, alcoholic drink called raki. Turns out raki is Turkey's national drink, and it's a favorite pastime to go out with your friends and family, sit around a raki table, and eat and drink and delve into deep conversation. Now, we've seen a lot of restaurants, especially in Istanbul, not so many here in Trabzon because it's a smaller city, I think. But at a lot of the restaurants, it's quite expensive when you go out to get raki, and it's a little expensive for us right now. So today we've decided to head to a grocery store, get some local snacks and nibblies and some raki, and take it home and drink to the health of each other, hungry to travel. So let's go try it out.
So we're here at our local Migros grocery store. We had heard that Migros is a little bit more of an expensive grocery store compared to the other grocery stores that we've been to while we're here in Turkey, but we think this is going to be the cheapest place for us to find some raki. So we're going to go on in and look for some of the traditional snacks and meze to eat with our raki at home, as well as check out what kind of selection of raki that they have. So let's head on in. Hey, black cabbage, look at that. So we have read that the thing to eat with raki is a melon with feta cheese, and the melon's kind of like a honeydew melon. And we came specifically here to Migros because it's a bigger grocery store. We thought we would find the melon here, but I think it's out of season because it's not summertime anymore. So we're gonna have to substitute the melon with some other fruit with our feta cheese. So maybe we'll get a quince, which is kind of like the apple meets a pear. So we'll get one of those, and pomegranate as well is super popular here in Turkey, so maybe that'll go good with the raki, so we'll get one of those. And probably just an apple, I'd say, so yeah, maybe an apple. So I think that's a good melon substitute. Should cut the taste of the raki, I'm not sure, but we'll see. So the cheese to have with the raki, we read, is feta cheese, so there's a bunch of different types of the Beyaz Peynir. So we're just gonna go with this one here. Seems to be like the cheapest option, and it looks like feta cheese, so we'll get that one.
Another traditional thing that we think you're supposed to be having when you drink raki is roasted chickpeas. So looks like we're coming up on the nuts here, and let's see if they've got some. Looks like, oh. Here we go, double roasted chickpeas. These look good. In they go, let's go. So our last destination for the grocery store, raki. Let's go find it. Booze Alley. So you can see there's a whole ton of raki here to choose from. We've heard that there's a lot of different brands and you really can't go wrong, but I think we're gonna go with the Tekirdağ, which is a really popular one. It's drank by a lot of locals, I think, and also really good if you've never tried raki before as a first time. So I think that's the one we're gonna go for. We also wanted to try some local beer, so we're gonna get some Efes. And they've got this special winter blue. So we're gonna try that, I think. Just this plain guy. So that'll be nice to have as well. So we've gotten everything that we wanted from Migros. Turns out Migros is definitely a bit more of an expensive grocery store, so we still recommend something like SOK or BİM for your good priced groceries while you're here in Turkey. Everything we got was 185 Turkish lira, which is about $18 Canadian. And that was for our raki, 2 beers, all of the meze, which is pretty good because we've seen at restaurants just the raki itself is about 180 to 200 or more Turkish lira. So at least we've got like a good chunk of stuff here. We didn't quite get any filming of us leaving the grocery store because we started getting in trouble for filming the alcohol. So we got our butts out of there and now we're just ready with all of our stuff to head home and try it all out. So let's go. Hey look, a castle.
So here we are at our raki table, and we got our whole spread here. We got our Tekirdağ raki, we got our 2 FS beers, and we got our homemade meze, our spread of meze. So we got our roasted chickpeas,
Our cashews.
which are from Canada,
Yeah.
our beyaz peynir cheese, which is the feta cheese that you're supposed to have.
Smells really good.
And because we couldn't find the Turkish melon, here is our lovely spread of fruit, which consists of quince, pomegranate, which is super popular here in Turkey, and an apple. So hopefully all this goes well with the raki.
Yeah, let's hope. So raki is a distilled alcohol that's made from grapes and aniseed is added to it. So I assume it's gonna have that licorice kind of anise taste to it. It's also pretty alcoholic. The one that we have here is 45% alcohol, so it's a pretty strong drink. So yeah, it's gonna
try
be
it.
really interesting to try.
So we got the Tekirdağ raki because we talked with a few locals and they said this was a good brand and this is the Tekirdağ Gold series. So they said it was smoother and it was better than the normal kind of rakis that you kind of see. So I mean, we've never had it before, so we can't really tell, or we won't be able to tell you what's better or worse, but yeah, let's give it a try.
Let's go for it.
Ooh. First thing I can smell is that
Wow.
licorice kind of aniseed, anise smell. So that's probably going to be what it tastes like.
It smells strong already.
Let's have a little sip on its own first. Took a bit there. Took a bit
I didn't
there.
think it was gonna come out.
All right. You can see the color, it's clear. And yeah, it smells very licoricey. So, cheers.
That smells so strong.
Oh, that's strong. It's like 45% of straight licorice liquor.
I was gonna say, yeah, straight licorice liquor.
That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. It's pretty smooth, though, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, it's 45%, but like it first hits your lips. It's delicious, obviously, but like it burns for a second, and then when it goes down, it's actually pretty smooth for being 45%. So it's pretty good.
And I was gonna say, even like the black licorice taste, like sometimes that can be good, sometimes not so good, but it's actually quite nice. I think we're gonna have to try it the proper Turkish way.
So drinking it straight is not what you're supposed to actually do, despite us doing it right now.
But you gotta try it like that first, just to try it out.
You had to taste it. So, what you're supposed to do is get your big jug of water, and we'll pour each of ourselves a glass first. And this is what we've seen restaurants, do all the time. Is that when people sit down, they always have 2 glasses, one for their raki, one for their water. So I guess they're smart. They're always making sure that they're hydrated, I guess, doing that way. So the proper way that you're supposed to have raki is filling your glass about a third with raki, but because these are bigger raki glasses, we'll fill it kind of right there for now. So we got our waters here, and we got our third of a glass full of raki. So before I put the water in it,
I feel like something special is gonna happen here, which we've seen at people's tables, so I'm excited to see this for ourselves. Let's do it.
so what you're supposed to do is mix it with water.
Ooh-wee. That's cool.
So it turns this white milky color,
I was gonna say milky milk.
and it still smells like licorice.
Let's see if we can get a good shot of this. Ooh. Wow, that is so cool. It almost has like a weird like bluish color to it as well. It's probably just like the alcohol.
It's like a
and
cloudy,
white.
cloudy white color.
Yeah. Wow, that's so milky. So the way you're supposed to drink raki is when you cheers, you're not supposed to cheers the top of your glass because it kind of signals that you're better than the other person. So you hit the bottom of your glasses to show that you're equals and then tap your glass on the table, which is kind of like a remembrance for a lost loved one or someone who can't be there. So it actually has a really, really nice kind of culture like symbol to drinking raki. So let's do it.
Well, Sharefe.
Sharefe.
Ooh, that's more subtle, yeah. It's a little bit watered down. It's actually really nice now. You don't get that strong, like almost like flavor when you first like drink it. That's actually really nice to sip on. And you're supposed to sip on it like this now. So you can sit at the table, you can have your meze, and you're just supposed to sit, relax, have a conversation with us and you, and just sip on it.
Yeah, it kind of takes away that really strong
That's good.
alcohol burn to it. And it really makes it, like Chris said, more subtle. Still quite strong, so don't mind my faces. I always make faces when I drink alcohol. It doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just I can't stop it. So, yeah. But that's good. That's nice.
It is really good. And again, yeah, by itself, I can see why they don't drink it like that on its own because it actually is really strong, like any kind of alcohol is. But just diluting it with water, that's nice, yeah.
I have to say, it feels kind of funny because usually alcohol is not cloudy like this, so it kind of feels like you're drinking milk, but it's not milk at all.
It's actually really good with, the cheese tastes really good after having a sip of the raki.
Yeah, so we'll have to try out our meze, our nice little meze platter that we've set up here.
That's good. That is good. I'm gonna have the cashew.
So the interesting thing about what makes it appear so cloudy is that anise has this compound in it called anethole, and it's really soluble in alcohol but not soluble in water. So as you add the water to it, it actually comes out of solution, and that's what causes this really, really milky color. So the more water you add, actually the more opaque it gets. So that's why we get this milky, milky drink.
And also, because there's so many different rakis like out there, so many different brands and types. So the different rakis have different levels of the anise. So the more anise that's in the raki, the whiter the color is as well when you add the water. So having all this meze, all these snacks here with the raki is really, really nice. It really complements drinking the raki, and I can see why, you know, so many people go out with their friends and family and, you know, have meze, have some raki, chat all night long and just relax and have a good time and a good conversation, because this is really, really delicious. And actually, it's been estimated that over 60 million liters of raki are consumed per year in Turkey. So that's a whole lot of raki and a whole lot of meze, I guess, too. So a lot of drinking, a lot of eating, a lot of good times.
A lot of socializing, you're right. I can see why this is such a popular pastime for Turkish people. This is great.
So the main event was the raki tasting, but when we were at the grocery store, we had to try some of the beer because they had a huge beer aisle, and some of the most popular local beer here in Turkey is Efes. That's the most popular beer brand. So we got a Pilsner and a special winter blue version. So
limited edition.
We're gonna give these a try. And they have these cool little, like, pop-off tops.
Yeah, like pull tab?
Pull top. So that's gonna be cool.
Let's do it.
that's cool. That is handy. No bottle opener needed, ever. Terrific.
Terrific.
Whoa, you almost thought you were better than me.
I'm so sorry.
Can you believe her?
It's the North
Terrific.
American, the Canadian culture in me. So sorry.
That's really good, yeah. It's a nice light beer. Nice light Pilsner. That's good, yeah. It's an easy drinking beer. I can see why this is the most popular beer in Turkey. How's that one?
This one's really good. It almost has like a bit of a pale ale kind of taste to it.
Is there more hops to
Like
it?
a hoppy taste.
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Alright, well, terrific.
Terrific.
On the bottom. Yeah, this one's got a little bit more hops, this Winter
Yeah.
Blue limited edition, but very similar actually to the other FS. So
I was gonna
yeah,
say
both are really, really good.
pretty similar actually. Yeah, pretty similar. Just has a bit more of like a heavier taste to it a bit.
And I really like this
yeah.
chubby little bottle that this one comes in. And I don't think you're supposed to drink beer with raki actually, and we knew that, but we were at the grocery store and we had to try it, so if you're ever in Turkey, this is not what you're supposed to do, but we're gonna do it, and we're doing it. It's good. As good as the beer is, I'm gonna get back to the raki.
I was gonna say, things are getting crazy around here. With raki being such a milky drink, but also super strong and really alcoholic, it's also referred to as lion's milk sometimes, kind of meaning milk for the strong.
So overall, this raki experience has been really, really nice. The raki was really good, and the bottle of raki that we got was 100 Turkish lira, which is about $10 Canadian.
The beers that we got were about 15 Turkish lira each, which is about $1.50 Canadian. And honestly, this has been such a great experience, having our own little raki table here with good company, good
All the
conversation. Yeah, all the meze, good conversation and everything. I think this has been a huge success.
And it was nice to try it all.
Yeah, and it was
great.
awesome to try raki for the first time. So, cheers to you. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
And
Sherefe.
Sherefe. We hope you've enjoyed our first tasting of raki. If you have, please hit the like button below. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
We're hungry to travel. We'll see you next meal.